Man Utd, foiled by Chelsea as Brentford wants significantly more from Mbeumo than latest bid. Hello everyone, my name is Jack. I'm here to deliver every update on football news. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments section. Manchester United have Chelsea and Newcastle to thank for failing to secure the signing of Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. The Red Devils have so far only managed to sign Matheus Cunha from Wolves for £62.5 million and Diego Leon for £3.5 million from Cerro Porteño, and are said to currently be focused entirely on prizing Bryan Mbeumo away from Brentford. They've seen 2 bids rejected for the 25-year-old, the latest of which is said to have matched the fee paid for Cunha, with the Bees holding out for £65 million for the Cameroon international, who is keen on the move to Old Trafford but perhaps not as desperate as the United bosses would like. The United bosses missed their own internal deadline to sign Bryan Mbeumo on Monday when the players returned to pre-season training. Though transfer expert Fabrizio Romano claims the Brentford star is still giving priority to the move to Old Trafford as talks continue, Romano tweeted, "Manchester United's absolute focus remains on Bryan Mbeumo deal, with talks set to continue this week. No agreement with Brentford last week, but Man UFC keep working on it, and Bryan also keeps giving priority to United move. Deal on." In a recent interview, Brentford director of football Phil Giles claimed Mbeumo would be happy to stay with the Bees if they don't get what they want for him. There's been significant interest in Bryan. It's been well documented and publicized about his current preference. Giles confirmed to Sky Sports, "I think, from what I understand, he's also happy to stay at Brentford next year as well. If that deal is right, there is a deal to do. If not, then he will stay. We've spoken to Bryan and his representatives, and it is not a given that he will depart this summer. There is interest. He had a great season last season. It's inevitable there will be interest in him." And a report from the iPaper claims that Joe Pedro's £60 move to Chelsea and Newcastle's failed bid of £55 million for Anthony Elanga has strengthened Brentford's resolve to hold out for their asking price. Although it's been claimed Brentford wants £65 million, the report claims they in fact want significantly more than United's latest £62.5 million bid. Make of that what you will, but although talks are indeed ongoing, a source claimed a resolution is not imminent amid claims United's bid to land. Mbeumo has been hampered by the forward stating his desire to join Ruben Amorim's side before any contact between the two clubs had been made. The report states, when news of Mbeumo's preference emerged a month ago, there had been no club-to-club contact between Brentford and Manchester United, putting the latter on the back foot in their bid to sign the Cameroon forward. While they have not walked away from talks yet, and seemingly have no intention of doing that, it looks inevitable that the saga will drag on unless their bid is increased significantly. Man Utd Bryan Mbeumo transfer delay due to Chelsea and Newcastle as issue arises. Manchester United's pursuit of Bryan Mbeumo has reportedly hit an impasse with Brentford remaining firm over their valuation of the in-demand forward. 2 other Premier League sagas are said to have strengthened Brentford's resolve to demand in excess of £60 million from the Red Devils for their star man. Mbeumo is reported to have decided that his priority is to join United. That is despite reported interest from Tottenham and Newcastle. Both Premier League clubs have subsequently moved on to other targets, leaving United to thrash out an agreement with Brentford. However, 2 offers have been rejected and talks have reportedly stalled. United's latest offer is understood to have been worth £55 million plus £7.5 million in 8 months. Brentford rejected that proposal over a week ago, and there has been no further bid since. According to the iPaper, Brentford are holding out for an upfront fee in excess of £60 million. United are still at least £5 meters away from that figure. Chelsea's £60 million signing of Joe Pedro and Newcastle's reported £55 million offer for Nottingham Forest's Anthony Elanga are said to have strengthened Brentford's resolve to insist on their valuation of Mbeumo. The 25-year-old has become one of the Premier League's most prolific scorers, finishing last season with the joint 4th highest tally, 20. He bagged a further 18 combined goals in 2002-3 and 2023-24. Brentford have the option to extend Mbeumo's contract by another year. With his current terms ending in the summer of 2026, it remains to be seen whether United shelf plans to sign him this summer, potentially returning for a cheaper deal in 12 months' time. For his part, Mbeumo reportedly only has eyes on United. Spurs and Newcastle have looked at alternative targets after being informed that the Brentford man preferred a switch to Old Trafford. Should a move to United fail, Mbeumo would reportedly be willing to give his all to Brentford for the forthcoming season. Former Blackburn midfielder Keith Andrews has replaced Thomas Frank, who succeeded Ange Postecoglou at Spurs. United have made only one senior signing this window. Matheus Cunha arrived from Wolves after his £62.5 million release clause was triggered. Highly rated Paraguayan wingback Diego Leon, 18, has also joined United, but will be slowly integrated into Ruben Amorim's first-team squad. A much-needed overhaul of United's ranks is likely to rely on fees recouped from outgoing deals. Marcus Rashford, Anthony Jadon, Sancho, and Tyrell Malacia have all been told they can find new clubs ahead of the 2025-26 season. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Deco challenges Yamal. Being the best depends on him as teen aims to become Barcelona's next star. Barcelona sporting director Deco has delivered a powerful challenge to teenage sensation Lamine Yamal, declaring that the path to becoming the world's best lies entirely in his own hands, with sky-high expectations at both club and international level. The 17-year-old Spain international is being tipped for greatness by those inside Camp Nou. What happened? Deco addressed Yamal's rapid rise and potential, calling him a phenomenon, while making it clear the forward's future depends on his mindset and own ethic, which has come under question from fans over the summer. The 17-year-old has become a key starter for both Barcelona and Spain, with Deco urging him to keep striving for the top. What Deco said, speaking to Marca, Deco said, "Lamine Yamal is a phenomenon. Being the best in the world depends on him. He'll be at Barca for the next few years, competing at the highest level. In the Champions League and La Liga, competing with Real Madrid and the big clubs. I also say this for the Spain national team, which will shine in tournaments because it's very strong. He grew up in the neighborhoods of Mataró, and that's helped him to become so mature now. He understands he has a responsibility as a player." Sure, here's an expanded version of your text in detailed and simple English. Lamine Yamal played a huge role in Barcelona's incredible success during the 2024-25 season under their new manager, Hansi Flick. The young forward was a key player as Barcelona completed a historic domestic treble, winning La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Spanish Super Cup. Yamal's individual performance was just as impressive as the team's success. He scored 18 goals and provided 21 assists across all competitions, showing maturity, skill, and creativity far beyond his age. Because of this outstanding season, Yamal has now become one of the most talked-about young players in the world. Many believe he could even win the prestigious Ballon d'Or, which is awarded to the best footballer in the world. His rise has not only made him a star at Barcelona, but also a crucial part of the Spanish national team's setup. With a very busy 2025-26 football calendar ahead, Yamal will play an important role for both club and country, one that could end with him starring for Spain, La Roja, at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which will be held in the United States. All eyes will be on him as he looks to carry his amazing form into a global stage. At just 17 years old, Yamal is already being seen as the future of Barcelona. In the upcoming 2025-26 season, he is expected to once again lead the team's attack alongside experienced striker Robert Lewandowski and the energetic Brazilian winger Rafinha. Together, they will be trying to defend all the trophies they won this year and also push hard to win the UEFA Champions League, a title Barcelona has not won since 2015. Securing what would be the club's 6th Champions League trophy is now a major goal, and Yamal will be at the heart of that mission. But club football isn't the only challenge he faces. With the 2026 World Cup coming up, there's also growing pressure on him to shine on the international stage. As one of Spain's brightest stars, he is expected to lead the national team during the tournament. The expectations on him are massive, and so is the spotlight. However, if his recent form is anything to go by, Lamine Yamal is more than ready to embrace the challenge and show the world just how special he is. Lamine Yamal's meteoric rise has drawn high praise from Barcelona sporting director Deco, who believes the teenager has the talent to become the best player in the world. However, Deco was clear that reaching that level will depend entirely on Yamal's discipline, mindset, and daily effort. Comparing him to club legends like Messi, Cruyff, and Iniesta, Deco highlighted Yamal's rare decision-making skills and maturity on the pitch, traits uncommon even in experienced professionals. Yamal's breakout 2024-25 season only supports Deco's view. At just 17, he racked up 18 goals and 21 assists while helping Barcelona win a domestic treble. He also impressed at Euro 2024, becoming the youngest player to feature and winning the Young Player of the Tournament award. With top clubs like PSG already showing interest, Barcelona is preparing a long-term contract to secure his future, with Deco insisting the club is the perfect environment for Yamal to develop into a global star. More than just praise, Deco's comments reflect a broader vision for Barcelona's future. He emphasized rebuilding the connection between La Masia and the first team, positioning Yamal as a symbol of that philosophy. With the full backing of the club and a path paved by legends before him, Yamal stands at the beginning of a journey that could define a new era for Barcelona. He chooses to embrace the challenge. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.